Section 2.2.15 homework. To predict future enrollment in a school district, 50 households within a district were sampled and asked to disclose the number of children under the age of 5 living in the household. The results of the survey are presented in a table over here to the right. We're going to complete parts A through C below. And for part A, we want to construct a relative frequency distribution of the data. So let's go ahead and take a look at that here. Okay, so again, here it says that 50 households within the district were sampled. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find a total, which is given in the problem. But let's just verify that our total is 50 because it's saying that there are 50 households. Okay, so let's go ahead and just add those up. So we have 17 plus 15 plus 16 plus 1 plus 1, which gives us a total of 50. So we know that that's a total of 50. Okay, and so to find the relative frequency, we need to take the frequency of the number of children under 5. So for 0, we had 17. So we're going to take 17 and then we're going to divide that by 50. And let's see what we get. Okay, so if we take 17 and then divide that by 50, then that gives us 0.34. So 0.34 is now going to go in this space here. Okay, and then we're going to take the next frequency, in this case for 1, that is 15 divided by 50. So what is 15 divided by 50? Let's go ahead and do that. 15 divided by 50 gives us 0.30. So therefore, there is our relative frequency for that. And then the frequency for 2 is going to be 16, and then divide that by 50. So let's go ahead and do that. So 16 divided by 50 gives us 0.32. So therefore, that's going to go there. The frequency for 3 is 1 over 50, which is the same thing for 4 because that's 1 over 50. So those two values are going to be the same. So if we take 1 and then divide that by 50, we're going to get 0.02. So we get 0.02 and then 0.02. Now let's go ahead and then enter this data into our question to make sure that we have it correct. So, putting in our numbers here, we know that for 0, we got a relative frequency of 0.34. Okay, for 1, we have 0.30. And then for 2, we have 0.32. And for 3, 0.02. And then for 4, 0.02. Okay, so let's go ahead and check our result. So checking our answer, there is our result. Okay, now the next question in part B says, what percentage of households has 2 children under the age of 5? Okay, so what we're looking for is the value of 2, okay, because 2 children under the age of 5. So here is our value of 2, and there is the number, which is 0.32. Okay, so that represents a decimal. Okay, and they want us to find a percentage. So we're going to multiply this by 100%, which means we're going to move this decimal over 2 times to the right, which gives us 32%. So let's go ahead and put that answer into our value here. So again, the percent is already here, so we're going to put in 32, check our answer, and there is our result. Okay, the last question in part C says, what percentage of households has 1 or 2 children under the age of 5? Okay, so this question is that has 1 or 2 children under the age of 5. So 1 or 2. So that means 1 or 2, which gives us 0.30 and then 0.32. So that means we have 2 values that we need to take a look at here. So what's going to happen is we're going to take 0.30, and then we're going to add the 0.32. Okay? And then we're going to add there because it just says 1 or 2. It doesn't say 0. It just says 1 or 2. So we're only including the 1 or the 2. When we add them together, we get 0.62. And then we're going to multiply that by 100%. And moving this over 2 decimals is now going to give us 62% that has households that have 1 or 2 children under the age of 5. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So our result is 0.62, which converted to 62%. So therefore there's 62, and there is our answer.